Okay, let's start by defining emotions. If you split emotions, you get E-motion, energy in motion. Come from the Latin word emotivus, that energy that moves within us. As you can tell, when you feel angry or you feel excited or enthusiastic, you feel a flood of energy in your body. So they are energy in motion. So what kind of energy is it? Well, our scientists, when the scientists of the brain, when they scanned the brain and looked inside to see what happens when somebody feels, they came up to the conclusion that they are electromagnetic energy. As we know, there's all kinds of energies. There's solar energy, nuclear energy, microwave energy. There's electrical energy. And that's what they are. They are electromagnetic energies. Like our thoughts, exactly. One keeps coming out from the right side of the brain, one from the left side of the brain. Emotions and thoughts they're always happening together. You cannot think without feeling. You cannot feel without thinking. The root of every thought, there is a feeling, and at the root of every feeling, there is a thought. When we don't use both sides of the brain, when we don't use both energies, it's like somebody who's walking in life on one foot. It's just limping around. It's quite hard, but they can live with it. Now imagine if one day that person realized that they have another foot, another leg, and they bring it down, and they start using both feet, both legs. Life changed completely. Life becomes so much easier, so much less stress. And they can do far more than they can do just standing on one leg and moving on one foot, with one foot. So you can imagine if we can really use both sides of the brain, it's like using both sides of our both feet, both legs. Things in life become much easier. We need electromagnetic energies because the electricity is what powers our life, what powers our persona, what powers our body. Without this electricity, without the electrolyte, the electricity, like the battery, we die or we go in a coma. So we need electricity. And this electricity is free. We have an infinite reservoir of emotions that you can use, of energy that you can use through our emotions and our thinking. But you don't have to wait for an emotion to happen to you. You can conjure it at will. You can pull out that emotions. You can call on it. You can call on the energy to use. So you have an infinite reservoir of emotions, free, and of the highest quality. In our life, in our world, everybody wants energy. Countries go to war to get energy. And magnetism, magnetism, is a source of attraction. It's bringing to us things. We know the word, we hear often people saying fear attracts fear, or love attracts love. So emotions are attractors. They attract similar energies, but more within a resonance that create our reality. They attract from the future realities that comes to the present. Within emotions, within this electromagnetic energy, there are information. If you can read the code, if you can really understand what the message within those emotions, because emotions are our messengers. If we can read that code, if we can read the information, if we can read that email that comes to us from higher sources, from our higher self, soul, and spirit, who communicate to us, about what's happening, give us feedback about what's happening in our reality. They talk to us through emotions and imagination. If we are not in touch with our feelings and our emotions or imagination, it's really hard to get any information or any feedback about what's happening. So we walk in life almost blinded, almost with struggle, unconscious, unaware, and we think life happens to us. So we need information. We are at the age of information. People pay for information. Governments spy on each other to get information. The biggest companies in our world these days, at the age of information that we are in, are the companies that store information, that process information, that disseminate information, that search for information. We're all looking for information because they're valuable. So here, emotion, source of an incredible amount of energy and magnetism and information, free and so relevant to us. It is the highest quality energy. You don't have to refine it. You don't have to change it. It is green energy, and it is the most relevant information to you. It's not about information who won a football game and what's the stage of this stock and of this company or this or that. It is relevant to you and to your reality. You can't have better information. So can you imagine the value of having information and energy free anytime you want, available to you? If we just become conscious of our emotions and understand them and work with them, we can gain so much, and life becomes right away more conscious, easier, more elegant. Emotions are neither positive or negative. Most people want to call anger, fear, and jealousies are negative emotions. They want to call love and joy as positive emotions. But we know that love can hurt a lot of the time. And too much joy can lead us to addictions. And we know sometimes if you don't scream and get angry, you might save your life if you do that, if somebody attacks you in the street. And if you don't deal with fear and the concern that it gives you can hurt, you can burn your hand in the fire. So fear can help you. They can be teachers. They can be valuable. So emotions are neither negative or positive. It's the way we use them that makes them negative or positive. Electricity, like emotions, you cannot see. It's an energy. But the electricity itself is neither negative or positive. It's neutral. If you put your finger in the socket, wow, you hurt yourself. But if you put the light on, you light the room. So the way we use electricity, that makes it positive or negative. The same thing with our emotions. It's the way we use it. If we express our emotions in an appropriate way, then it turns positive. If we don't express our emotions, stuff it in, it goes negative. It creates short circuit in the systems. If we don't, or if we use or express emotions inappropriately, using anger to punish or use as a club to hurt others and so on, it turns negative. It is important not to see emotions as negative and positive. Emotions are better seen as expansive or constricting. Anger, fear, jealousy are constricting emotions. They constrict the amount of choices you have to deal with the issue at hand. You don't need, when there's something there's a crisis or there's something to deal with that requires full attention, focused attention, we use constricting energies. We use constricting emotions. So when you are in a situation where you are angry or you use fear or anger, you are laser focused on the issue. But when you are in a situation where you're in love or you have so much joy and so happy, they are expansive emotion. They expand the range of your options and choices. If I'm in love, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. But if I'm scared because the fire is coming near to my house, then I need to focus on this. There's no other options. There's nothing. They constrict my options. You're building a house. Sometimes you need the nails, sometimes you need a screw, sometimes you need a hammer. If you need a screw and you only have a hammer, what's the use? Right? So sometimes we need constricting emotions, and sometimes we need expansive emotion. Each one is a different tool, right? So they're neither negative, neither positive. It's the way we use them how we express them that makes them negative or positive. Better call them constricting or expansive emotions. To summarize, emotions are E-motion, energy in motion. They are electromagnetic energy that released from the brain. Sure, the heart and many other organs of the body can feel them. When you feel an emotion, our brain secretes chemicals, they secrete hormones that go through our nervous system, communicate. They bring us information, they give us guidance, they tell us what's happening in our reality. They are feedback mechanisms. They are the way, the pathways that our higher sources communicate to us. They are like our thought, as valuable and as important. Every thought has a feeling with it, and every feeling has a thought. It's important to become, we're always thinking and feeling, we're always feeling. But most of the time we're not conscious of them. Why? Because we're scared of them, because we don't understand them. And we're always scared of something we don't understand and we don't want to deal with. And we've always told that emotions had a bad rap all over history. People, they think, as soon as you say emotions, right away you think psychology, something bad happened to you, so you need to deal with something. They don't think of it as something exciting, When I feel angry, when I feel scared, I say, wow, I got information, I got an email from my higher self. I can use that, it's exciting. I can transform that anger. Once you express it and when you feel it, becomes passion. If you look at the dictionary, anger, something not happening the way you want to, passion. Anger and passion are two sides of the same coin. Those who do not know anger do not know passion. So emotions are neither negative, neither positive. They are raw energy. It's the way we express them that makes them positive or negative. And they are it's a source of electricity, source of magnetism, and they are filled with information.